Они идут. Они ломают дверь. Гордон, включай. Что это за больница?
This turret scenario was designed to showcase Alex's ability to provide cover for players in combat. She always hangs back a little, blasting anything that moves. In the original version, players could knock over lightly protected turrets with a single rocket, fired from the safe end of the corridor. We thought it'd be a nice way for players to feel like they'd pulled one over on the Combine. Unfortunately, playtesters routinely thought that they'd discovered a bug, or, at best, an exploit that had arisen from sloppy design. So in this case, a situation we deliberately created to make the players feel clever actually caused them to think we weren't doing our job very well. As a result of this feedback, we added a force field and additional grating to better protect the turrets.
What you're seeing here is a visual representation of a node graph, a set of nodes and all the connections between them. The node graph is used by NPCs to figure out how to move around the world. It's not really a specific set of instructions, but rather a sort of information repository. Among other things, NPCs use the node graph to dynamically chart paths to distant areas, find cover, or scout out firing positions with a clear line of sight to their enemy. What you're seeing here is a visual representation of a node graph, a set of nodes and all the connections between them. The node graph is used by NPCs
Назад.
Так или иначе.
Вокзал.
Во-первых, и самое главное, если вы все еще находитесь на территории Сити-17, незамедлительно покиньте город. Мы восстановили большую часть железнодорожной сети, чтобы дать вам возможность уехать отсюда как можно быстрее. В пригородных районах разбиты Повторяю, немедленно покинуть город. Уничтожение ядра цитадели — несомненное благо для нашего мира, повлечет приятный побочный эффект. Очень скоро произойдет разрушительный взрыв, размеры которого я не берусь предположить. Однако можно с уверенностью сказать, что он повлечет за собой уничтожение всего живого и многих. Повторяю, бегите из Сити-17, если вы все еще там. Прошу вас со всей убедительностью, на которую я способен. Ну а...
Они пустились в погоню. Надо найти Барни и двигаться дальше.
We wanted players to realize that they've been spotted and the Combine are now aware of their arrival at the train station. It sounds like a simple task, but it actually took a lot of thought to draw the players' attention to the various events that communicate this message. First, a train horn sounds, which gives Alex an opportunity to mention that the station is in sight. Next, the lights go off to grab the players' attention and to make the monitors stand out in the dark. At this point, the player should be looking at one of the monitors, so finally the Kleiner transmission is interrupted briefly by a Combine advisor. Originally, the advisor appeared on a Jumbotron outside, but we were never able to reliably make playtesters look at it. The flashing Combine camera should also provide some indication that trouble is brewing. Though it's not a proper gate, the zombie draped over the exit is designed to slow the player down just long enough for Alex to finish her lines.
Наконец-то! Я уже боялся, что вы уйдете.
Прости, что заставила ждать. У нас на хвосте комбайны. Каков план?
Беженцы выходят группами по двое по трое, как я уже говорил. И если вы сможете обеспечить им безопасный путь к отступлению, у нас появится шанс...
Barney started off on this map in the doorway down by the citizens. The playtesters tended to wander around for a while before stumbling across him. We moved him up here to guarantee that his scene with Alex would unfold before players began any exploration. He's standing over a dead Metro cop because it's a plausible-looking long-term activity, in case players don't move directly down to him. Nearby reward items also tend to draw players toward him.
Here we wanted to include something a little different, an escort mission. Most of our gameplay involves constant forward motion, so we wanted to design a situation where players would fight through the same basic area multiple times. This temporary backtracking would create a series of encounters where players had a full tactical awareness of their surroundings. Once again, all of this turned out to be more easily said than done, and this sequence went through a lot of iterations. Originally, the train yard was one big space. This approach had a couple of problems. Since players had a constant unbroken view of the entire area, it was virtually impossible to maneuver enemies into position for stage combat events, and because they could always see the goal, players didn't get much of a sense that they were leading citizens somewhere the citizens couldn't get to on their own. Ultimately, we broke the environment into two different spaces, a parking lot and a maintenance building. Because neither area can be seen from the other, we're able to repopulate the spaces with new, more deadly combinations of enemies while the player isn't looking. It also makes the journey feel lengthier and more significant. We wrestled with the problem of plausibly repopulating this area with soldiers between each trip. After several iterations, we decided to have the soldiers jump in through some high windows. This solution has several advantages beyond maintaining incredible fiction. It makes the incoming enemies more immediately visible, and, since the windows are unreachable from the ground, players aren't able to exit through them. Plus, leaping soldiers turn into tumbling ragdolls when shot, which is always entertaining.
Отлично! Не так уж это было и сложно. Можно было брать сразу всех.
Здравствуйте, доктор.
Дождитесь, пока все не окажутся в вагонах.
Возвращайся и приведи новую группу. Я буду охранять ворота. Иди следующий, доктор. Черт.
Граждане Сити-17, идите за доктором Фрименом!
Скорее, скорее! Пригните головы.
Мы думали, что не выживем.
Фриман, слезайте и помогите остальным.
Они в безопасности. Давай следующий. Жду новую группу, доктор.
Ты просто чума, док.
Привет.
Альянс!
Ого, дежавю.
Мы прикрываем вас. Мы
Мы
прикрываем
живы,
вас.
только благодаря вам.
Скорее, скорее!
Мы уже не надеялись.
Куда вы, Фриман? Делайте свое дело.
Мы готовы принять следующих.
Прямо как в старые добрые времена.
Пригните головы.
Спасибо, Фриман.